this is why we're not gonna work. The communication sucked. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Me not listen. Because you always do stuff for me I try to tell you about. You
Like
say me
what?
not listen. You mean?
Like what? What do I do?
Cause you always, man. Every time you try to tell about something, you always you believe so you can help everybody all the while, man. Them something I'm talk to you about, you know.
Whenever I'm talking, I feel like you're not listening, and to have a good relationship, you have to have communication. But you don't try to hear me at all. Sometimes you make me feel like everything I said just go over your head, because then you come back with something completely different from what comes out my mouth.
What you talk about now, Tara, man? What you mean, so me not hear, me not listen? Every time when you talk to me about something, me hear what you say now. Me don't know what else you want me.
You hear me, but are you listening?
Of course, me I listen.
Really?
Yeah.
So how is it that you come up with something completely opposite from what I said?
I don't come up with nothing. I'm just going off of anything we talk about. That's what me talk.
Yeah, see this? Yeah. These are the things that we was dealing with in our relationship. The communication ain't there. He feel like he never listened to anything that I'm saying. Everything just go over his head, and then he come back to me saying, I should have listened to you because this happened and that happened. And sometimes I'm not a psychic, but sometimes I could see things play out before it even happened. And he knows that because he see it happen so many times already.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because I don't know. Yeah,
exactly my point right here.
With
the communication
stuff, man.
My point. Yeah. My point exactly. The communication. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to give you the video that's long overdue. So yes, here we are. You guys wanted to see us together, besides us putting up the Christmas tree and other events that we might do together. Y'all needed to see a sit down conversation explaining certain things and how we get to this point. So yes, how we get from near divorce to here. You want to tell them, or you want me to explain some more? Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to say prayers do work, because I was praying for some time, and all it took was patience for me to actually get the answer that I was looking for. And one day, I was sitting in my car waiting for my baby girl to get out of school. Like, I was supposed to pick her up, and I was praying, and my answer was to text him. And I was just following my guidance, and I did text him and, said what, I was feeling and stuff like that. And that led us here, kind of, sort of, in a short story form. It led us here because the response that I got kind of took the whole situation. Like, the response that I got was not the response that I thought that I was going to get, but I did get a grown-up response to let me see that the situation has shifted and it is going down the path that it should, with the communication and him acknowledging that there was something wrong, or he have done me so wrong where it's a situation that needs to be addressed, or we're just gonna have to go our separate ways. So he stepped up to the plate in a way where I wasn't expected to, and it don't have anything to do with vanity or him buying me anything or whatever, because he was doing that at first and it wasn't working. You can't hurt a woman and then feel like, or hurt, let me say it like this, you can't hurt a woman in those type of ways, in like some certain ways, and then expect you should buy them glimmer and glam and they should be okay. No, that's not gonna work. So, and he did try that, and that's not gonna work. I could buy my own glitter and glam. I don't need a man to buy me glitter and glam to make me okay. I could make myself okay doing that. What I needed was a man to treat me like how I deserve to be treated, and I felt like I wasn't being treated like that, and it was leading to a lot of sadness and heartaches, and I wasn't being heard, and everything was being brushed under the rug, and it was just a continuous situation that was getting worse and worse and worse every time. So, like I said, when that day arrived and I did reached out and said what I said, the response that I got shift the whole situation. So it kind of led us to having a conversation. We went out to dinner. I think we went out to dinner, right? We went out to lunch. I think it was. We ate, we talked, and no promises was made. So I done lost my train of thoughts. Anyways, do you wanna address anything?
Oh, so I should ask you then. What makes you, out of all, what you were saying right there, that led us back to this point. Christian, I want to ask you is, what makes you even thought about giving me a second chance, or I don't know if it's for you, it's a second chance or what?
It's not a second chance. It's a trillion. But okay, so the reason why I decided to take a second chance on our marriage is the way how you responded back to me and what you said to me, and that you said to me, you can't see your life without me, so, and the kids, so whatever it is that you have to do, you're willing to do it, and you need my help to do so we can make our marriage better. That to me right there was acknowledgement.
Okay.
You acknowledge that you know that you're doing something wrong, you don't know how to fix it, and you need my help to fix it. And that's what helps make a marriage work versus playing the blame game all the time and stuff like that. So the communication and the fact that you was able to think about that deep enough to communicate that to me makes me see that you actually you don't just want a second chance, you want me to help you to understand. And even though I felt broken and hurt, I'm like, okay, we can either do counseling, but at the end of the day, I thought about it like, it's best if we do it together. So whatever it is, whatever decision we make after that, you already let it be known that you want help with the situation that you're facing. So you let me know for a fact that you don't want to be where you at. You don't want to do the things that you're doing. You don't understand the magnitude of the situation, of the actions that, your actions, like the magnitude of your actions that leads to that situation. Like, So I'm like, okay, I guess, yeah. Because it was more so arguing and misunderstanding and nobody getting nowhere.
Well, one thing I can say then, it's like, I know I had, you also wanted me to, if I'm serious about what I'm doing, I should, make it be known. Like, I would have to come with a formal apology, showing that, I'm acknowledging that, I was wrong about stuff, and,
But it wasn't even necessarily about the apologies also, because I was kind of sick of hearing them.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying, what bring us back to this, all of what was going on, we understand all of that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not like we're really trying to hashtag digging up back anything. I'm just saying that okay. I mean, I know you giving me a chance to set myself straight and do what I gotta do. So in order for me to make it known to you that okay, I'm serious about me done with this fooling around and all of that. I have to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? I had to sit down.
Explain to them what you mean by fooling around, because a lot of people take that out of context, thinking that fooling around is cheating.
Oh yeah. Well again, like I said, I don't want nobody to take it twisted. Fooling around for me just meaning like okay, I'm not paying no attention to what she's trying to say to me. And if she's trying to give me an opportunity to prove myself that I really want to be in my relationship and I don't want to lose my relationship, I'm gonna have to step up to the plate, do what I gotta do. So I have to, say, all right, I just have to sit down and make myself an apology video where it's showing that listen.
And I didn't tell him to make that video.
Right. I had to make that, give it to her, and say, listen, this is my formal apology. And,
He
you know, if you want to post it, you
Yeah.
post it. If you don't, then, okay, it's
He's-
up to you.
He
You
did
know what I
say
mean?
that. He's like,
Yeah.
you do whatever you want to do with it.
So, I mean, she didn't have to know that I was going to do that. She wasn't even here when I was doing that. She was at work. I try not to do it on her time. Try to do what I'm doing on my time, But like I said, for all of who, watched it and see, hey, I'm thankful for y'all. And, ask me if I was praying. Trust me, when I'm at work, when I'm in my zone, I'm doing what I'm doing, In my car, sometimes I'm driving to work. I do that. You know what I mean? Because, again, like I said, this, for me right now, especially like how, the way I see how, things is moving with our family, I have a bunch of girls, man. And, they're young. So, you think I want to be, be fooling around doing, like, not listening, not acknowledging what we're going on here with? No, I'm not going to be doing all of that.
And that's a big thing for me too, because they're looking and watching, and kids live what they learn. And I try to make sure that the environment is a livable environment for them and it's not too toxic, because it was kind of getting toxic. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was getting toxic where I had to sit my kids down and talk to them about certain situations and certain things and the maybes and the do's and don'ts and stuff. And I don't want them to feel like, how I felt in the marriage at the time. I don't want them to feel like when they grow up, they have to do that. And I told them, like, listen, do not settle for less than you deserve. Always make sure that if you're giving your best, that next person is giving their best.
Well, we also want, the audience to know is not like what we're here discussing and talking about is really, like the past stuff that was going on. Some of it. But right now, give thanks. We are at a place where it's more unified with us now. You know what I mean? So
It's way better now than it was before. And this was like some months ago. Before the girls trip. Because we had a discussion.
It was like
When was
the
this?
girls was.
It was before the girls trip.
It was like
It was in June. I believe it was June. So it was before the girls trip.
Okay, so from that time you're saying we
With this, yeah.
Yeah, it was
And it's
getting
like-
back on track more like, doing things with each other and just
Trying to figure this whole marriage thing out, because marriage is new to everybody. When you get married, it doesn't matter if you've been married 10 damn times. It's always going to be different because the person is different. It's never going to be the same. And you're always going to have to find a way to figure it out together. So it's not something where you're just going to It's an exam. You studied it so much you could go there and ace it. Every road, every journey, every situation, every argument, every decision is going to have to take an us and not an I. It's going to take two people. And the one thing that I keep beating on to you is when we got married, it says, and that's why I keep saying it to you, because you know how I was feeling when I come home from the hospital, because I did so many surgeries, yeah. And when I come home from the hospital, with how, you know, he was making me feel, is like when you get married, you said through sicknesses, through health, through richer, for poorer, until death do you part, right? I felt like to the sickness and health part was not, it was not there. Like I didn't feel like it was there. Whenever it gets to that point, it's like I feel like through sickness I get tortured.
Like I said, you know, I guess again we're not we've been through it already, and you know we put it out there where, you know, I mean, we show where especially me personally, I do want to say that, you know, I was sorry for, you know, a lot of stuff that was going on, and you know, I mean, it's not like we're trying to rehash this. We're just trying to touch base with y'all, and you know, so y'all can see us together, you know, and I'm here to say, like, it's better with us now. It's just us, me, my wife, my daughters. Trust me, it's just us now. You know what I mean? So all of the stuff them that went on with us, trust me, we battle it through, man. We take our time, and you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say, you know, yo, we're perfect, and you know what I mean? Yeah, because when we're ready, we still bump head with each other. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
we learn
trust
how
me,
to compromise, because that was one of the biggest thing also, to compromise.
So we're not gonna be sitting here and, you know, like we're singing an lullaby and a lullaby or whatever. But no, but yeah.
And a lot of people is not gonna quite understand until you enter into a marriage where you have to fight to make it work, or whatever it is that you have to do. Yeah. Even if you have to separate for a minute, but you have to do what you have to do to make it work. And then if you separate and then you realize, okay, it's definitely not gonna work, then you go ahead and sign the divorce papers.
You know what I mean? So,
and we actually got to that point of separation. You know what I mean?
And it's not like you know, it couldn't happen, but I guess, like I said, we, you know, we just try to work on what we're working on, and you know what I mean? And
a lot of people say, why was we separated but you were still in the house? Let me answer that question for you. The reason for that is this. The kids wanted him here. That's number one. Number two, when you have kids that young and they grow up seeing both parents, I feel like it's hard to rip that away from them. So we suck up whatever we had to suck up, even though I wanted him gone and I wanted to be gone. And yeah, we had to. Yeah, I know. We had to do what we had to do, because and until we decided, until we definitely decide 100%, all right, kids or no kids, you got to go. But it didn't get to that decision, because here and there we'll have discussion about things, and when it's not going, we just say, yeah.
And just and they gotta understand, like, okay, even if you know, I had to go, you know, just to get us to get away from each other for a little bit, yeah, I could. But again, like I said, there are times when, you know, I decided, like, told her, like, yes, I'll find somewhere and I'll move, or you know what I mean. But it just happened where, okay, we try to communicate with each other, and then
we even had a date, of the complete separation where he's gonna end up moving out and stuff, but it never got to that point.
So, but again, like I said, right now, I ain't gonna lie, we're not at each other's throat right now. We've
We
been
work.
through the fire, and you know, I mean, sometimes we still go through the fire because, hey, who's not gonna be going through the fire when you have
It's regular arguments now. It's not like
Right.
how it used to be.
Yeah.
It's different now. It's like a different type of argument. It's like, oh, all right, whatever. Or
right,
he
and
be
just
like,
keep it moving.
or he don't. Oh,
Yeah.
what you say?
Like
and then that's it.
sometime-
And we don't even
listen,
remember
I
about
ain't
it.
go-
Like 10
yeah.
minutes later, it's like it's over. Like when you get to that point, that's when you know you reach success. Like, all right, yeah, we're in a comfortable situation where we're okay.
Yeah, because right now I don't even really see myself doing too much arguing about nothing again, because it's not.
I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, trust me.
That's how I'm like, all right, whatever.
But
I let it go and leave it alone because it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to help anything. So it makes no sense.
and again, fast forward to now, trust me, we still have our hands tied, man, with stuff that we taking care of, doing. She's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing, same way, you know, we're both working, and these girls gotta get taken care of, man. You can't just walk away and leave them, you know. And I don't want them to be all, again, we not the perfect family, so we're not gonna be sitting here telling nobody,
Ain't nothing perfect over here. We still,
Right, and-
it's still a work in progress.
yeah, and you know, I mean, it's not necessarily, you don't really have to say, okay, yeah, we look up to, you don't necessarily have to look up to us, because, you know, we go through it.
But we do appreciate the people who do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Because one thing about us that I'm going to tell y'all, we try not to like make it seem like we're perfect or hide stuff and behind closed doors and then come out here and make it seem like we're perfect patty, we're the perfect couple. We don't go through stuff, we don't argue, we don't fight, we don't do this, we don't do that. I'm not gonna do that because that's a lie. I am not gonna live a lie. Social media don't even pay me enough to be up here lying. So no.
But that's why I say
I won't be
sometimes.
doing that.
Sometimes we still gonna be arguing. We are man and woman, you know. We're not the same.
Social
Couple.
media is not even a second check.
We're not the same couple. We are man and a woman. We're not the same couple. The same couple, we probably would be arguing.
What?
But anyway,
Anyways,
What
he's on my butt because
I'm on it.
you wanna be. Because there's a certain situation that we're gonna talk about that happened in January.